So in 1851, it's November, and Chief Seattle stands on the shores of Altai, and he says, of course, he didn't use Yayalab. He just said Ata Dawabs, because Yayalab is the ancient Duwamish. But we're still here. He's standing on the shore, and he's saying, come ashore. Flalil means come ashore. Gui disiyaya dishapad Ata Dawabs. That means welcome. Gui means welcome. So that's when he welcomed people in November of 1851. 3 years, 2 months, and 10 days later, he's being told to sign this treaty that gives away all this land. And the Duwamish are then being kicked off of it. So it took 10,000 years of us living here on these hills, on this hill that we're at, right here. 10,000 years. And 3 years later, with these strangers that my grandpa welcomed, they said, you're not welcome here anymore. You have to leave this land. And so he said, when he's signing this treaty, he said, look at this treaty. We will look at this treaty, the people, and we'll let you know what we think. But know this, the very first thing, is that we require unencumbered access to our burial grounds. Remember, this hill that we're on right here is relatively untouched in all of Seattle. So we're still here. We want unencumbered access to our burial grounds. And then he said, you abandon your dead and you think they're powerless, but they're not entirely powerless. And how the ground is more loving to our feet than it is to yours. And so remember, we don't have shoes. So the soles of our feet are in direct contact with this mud, with this dirt, which means we're in direct contact with anything that's in the ground, including our ancient people who live in the Kayo Ali cemeteries, corpse places. Ali is place, Kayo is corpse. And so the people, when they pass away, we take them to these places, and their soft material, biologic material, decays and goes down into the ground. And the springtime comes, just like it is right here, right now. And when this time of the year, when the rains come and the trees come back alive and the leaves start coming back out, all that stuff that's in the ground gets sucked back up through the roots of the trees. And so when we're talking about our people are in the trees, it's science, it's true. At a molecular level, we are literally in the trees. And we're in the berries right here. Squalate, berries. Squalate, the squally. We're in the grass, ata swatwa tufted. Sali ata duabs, ata yayala duabs, sali ata bak, swatwa tufted. That the Duwamish people, they live in all of these things. And so for Heidi right here, when we're talking about food, we say, Kwadid. That's Kwadid just Shaksiab, Twa Dagwi Wiutsu. Thank you, Lord, for your children. Twa Dagwi Kaya Yasapa, for grandma and grandpa, for the Ishan, for all the aunties and uncles that have passed. Because we recognize them, that their material that went down into the ground is now coming back up in the form of berries, in the form of this food that we eat. And so we say, thank you, my friends, for your life. That we see you, our relatives, in the food that's on the table today. And so we give thanks for all of that. And so here we are in the woods, in the Greenbelt, in West Seattle, on this ancient land, where these people are still in the ground. 10,000 years worth of bones are still in these very woods, and they're still performing their works. So they are not entirely powerless, just as Seattle said. And he did say, we're in the trees, because even he recognized this cycle of life.